you're a doctor and I've got you on the phone, let me ask this question first, because you're the only doctor we have right now. How much styrofoam can one human accidentally ingest before there's like an intestinal blockage or backup?
Stop it.
And some sort of roto-rooter like surgery is required.
Testing styrofoam.
We're not. This is a serious guest. Stop it.
You were talking about accidentally eating styrofoam because you're eating so much styrofoam.
I'm not eating styrofoam.
She cuts right through the meat into the styrofoam. She's ingesting the bottom of, and then she's saying, I don't like styrofoam packed food. I'm thinking, of course not. You're eating half the styrofoam.
Dr. Whyte, can we get serious for a minute? There were huge crowds out in this city last night for Cinco de Mayo. Social distancing was at a minimum.
Wait a second. Was it really? Was it really?
Oh, yeah.
But at a single table.
No, there were people in lines to get the extra drinks. There were people in lines to pick up their food. There were lots of people close together that probably shouldn't have been. And that's a special night. I know Cinco de Mayo is a special night, but is this a little too premature? Are we going a little too crazy to go out and get about with our friends?
And is it all the governor's fault? I just threw that last part in there.
Yeah, he styrofoamed you.
Yeah.
Well, we know people are tired and they want to get out and about and see their friends. But I'm just going to tell you, we're going to end up in a worse position than we're in right now if we move too fast. And that's why the governor didn't open everything at once. That's why he's taking it slow. And we're still not following his recommendations. So, yeah, it's very concerning to me. So it's very disappointing.
So what do you do when you go to a location, you're going to eat on the patio like the governor instructed us because we want to get businesses back up and going and help our businesses. But then you see these huge crowds. Should you just go home?
Well, let me rephrase Aaron's question. Pardon me. When you have tables of up to 10 that the governor has said and the rules now say are okay, and if you have a table with 10 people, how many at your table last night? How many at your table? 8?
8, yeah, I think.
Okay,
8.
So you had 8 at one table. I'm sure there were large numbers but that's okay.
So the problem is you still need to keep your social distance, even with the people at your table. So you need to be spaced, and unless you're like they're the people that you have been staying home with, your family. If you're as a unit going to eat, then you're already, you've already, shared each other's space. It's okay for you to share a table, but if you're sitting at a table, you still want to try to get that space between you, and not just between the tables, but also between the people that you're eating with. And, when we say less than 10, the reason why we say less than 10 is because we want to keep you to keep that ability to be able to space yourself.
So the way most people are doing it now, it's not correct. Because a lot of friend groups were out last night. They're sitting at tables together. They don't live in the same household. So we're still doing it wrong, correct?
Yes. Yes, we're still doing it wrong. And we just need to be cautious. We need to understand that every time we're around people that we haven't been around, we're putting each other, they're not just putting us at risk, but we're putting them at risk. And I keep trying to remind people, we're supposed to have empathy, right? We're supposed to care about other people. And if we care about our friends, you don't want to make them sick either. They don't know where you've been, and are you incubating this virus, and could you be the one that's going to make them sick? And while everybody thinks, oh, it's like a flu, look at my husband, 39 days on a vent. So he has no health issues. They can't tell us who's going to do well and who isn't. So to be cavalier about it is not just risking yourself, but you're really risking the people that you love and care about.
Okay, I can heed that. I do get that because I probably have misbehaved. I'm looking at the stats.
Do you feel guilty?
I do feel a little guilty.
Do you really? I'm being serious now.
I do feel a little guilty.
Because there's about 250,000 people out last night. And Dr. Martha, please comment on this. I mean, I said to Aaron earlier this hour, as far as not social distancing, but as far as the concerns that you are saying that people should have, I would say, based on what I saw yesterday, people are just going, right?
A lot of people are. There's a lot of people that aren't. But we need, the majority of us to be concerned, and we need the majority of us to be doing the right thing.
When does Martha Whyte go out and have dinner with her friends? Is it May 15th, May 16th?
No, I do virtual Zoom cocktails with my friends now, but, I'm not planning on going to a movie theater, and I'm not planning on going to a crowded restaurant for a good long time. It's just, I'm not willing to put myself at risk. I'm sitting here watching people that I love and care about suffer, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to put my children through me being sick. They've already got their father being sick. And I also don't want to bring it to someone else that I care about. So I'm just not willing to do that yet. I am willing to purchase, and I am willing to support my restaurants, but I'm not willing to put myself at that risk.
Do you think the governor jumped the gun on all of this? Do you think it's just too soon? I mean, if John Bell called you today and said, Martha, do you think I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but I'm putting you on the spot here. I mean, let me say this, and you can just give me a single word yes or no answer. Based on what I hear you say, you seem to think, and I'll leave politicians out of this, what I hear you say is, if it were your decision, we might be moving, in your opinion, a little quick.
Yes, I feel like we're moving too quick. However, I will say I don't have to balance the economic part of it. I get that there's a lot more responsibility on the leadership's shoulders than on mine. I'm the public health doc saying, okay, let's watch all of these numbers. In Region 7, our numbers in this area, we're doing better. In Region 8, which is Monroe, Region 6, which is Alexandria, they are not. So all around us, their numbers are climbing. And while we're improving, they're our neighbors. And this virus doesn't know borders. So if we start going out and about like we are right now, and we keep doing this and expanding it, then we're surrounded by this virus. So,
Martha, where are we on antibody testing? Do you have any numbers there that you can share with us?
So there's these rapid antibody tests. We don't really know exactly what to do with those because they're not great tests. We don't know exactly what they're telling us. So there's a lot to be learned about that. Now, there are some antibody tests, like I've got people being tested to see if they can give plasma, correct? Mm-hmm. Those are a serum test, and it takes, it's run on the machine. It's not one of those quick 15-minute tests. Those are more specific because they give you titers. We're not there where we can just test everybody and say, yes, you've had it, no, you haven't, and are you immune or are you not? We're not quite there yet with our testing capabilities. We're getting there, but I would not spend my money on that test yet because it's not really a good test.
Wait, pardon me. So the antibody test isn't a definitive you had it test? Did I miss something?
So those quick antibody tests are not great tests yet.
The quick ones, okay. So
right.
Wait, I didn't know there were two tests. I'm sorry.
There are two different types of tests. There's ones that are being run on a machine. It takes, more time. It actually gives you a titer, which is how much of the antibody you have in your blood, a quantitative amount, not just a yes or no. And so those are what's going to lead us and teach us and educate us. And so that's what we want to go towards. But these rapid tests that have gotten out there really quickly for antibodies, not the best tests out there right now. And so I wouldn't waste my time on those yet. We're getting there. They're just not, the best tests.
Gotcha. Dr. Martha Whyte, Office of Public Health Director, thanks so much for your time.
Appreciate it as always, ma'am. Thank you so much. We'll
All
talk
right.